Man, looks like Cat, Rudy, and our boy Ant look like they about to get swept. Plus, a little bit of straightening. Let's talk about it. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Skinny Hardaway, and this is Retro Heat Check. Checking in one more time for the real hoop heads out there. And thank you all for your likes, your shares, your subscriptions, your comments, and your questions. Hey, have your questions come through, man. Bring those questions through, man. Q&A with Skinny every Wednesday. Hey, you can ask me about basketball, sneakers, shoot, either other sports. It doesn't matter. Just as long as it's, appropriate, ask away. But, man, had some technical difficulties throughout the week, and the Q&A session actually came out on Thursday. Yeah, it was just a really bad week for this channel in YouTube. It seemed like YouTube just did not want to see me win. Yeah, still going to persevere, still persevering. It's just been a hectic week. Going into the weekend, it kicked off with my aunt's funeral, and then I had other memorial services and block parties and family barbecues and birthday parties and just all kinds of stuff. It was just a crazy blur of a weekend. And I definitely needed a day or two away from the channel because YouTube was really testing my patience. But I just said, you know what, we're gonna grind it out. We're gonna figure it out. And we're just gonna keep going. I'm not gonna let technical difficulties or whatever shenanigans YouTube is playing right now. I'm not gonna let that deter me from what I'm trying to accomplish, and that's talking real hoops with you guys in Hoophead Haven. So continue to participate and interact with me in the channel. Will help grow the channel. That's all that I ask. Just hit the like. Hit the like. Leave a comment. Leave a question. I really don't ask for much. And if you like the channel, subscribe. Definitely appreciate you guys taking a chance. Man, you already know what it is, man. Gotta give shout outs to the squad. These are my guys, man. These are the guys who I stand tall with. Man, we all go up against a huge conglomerate of haters and naysayers and people who want to change narratives. But we're armed with the ultimate weapon, and that's the truth. And as long as you got that, you can win any battle, regardless of what vehicles are being used against you. So big shout outs to the squad, man. Sports and Fitness Rants, Uncommon Sense, Scap Attack, Too Raw for Sports TV, Uncut Hoops, Angry Oat Hoops, NNB Sports TV. Michael Jordan fans are the best. Kobe Bryant Film Room, my twin, Phenomenal Fitness. Big shout outs to you. Prince Sports, Man Down Sports, Dreamers Pro TV, Ticket TV, Geechee Life Sports Talk, Jordan versus LeBron, The Real Mind Crime, Shekel Storm NBA, The Allen Ricks TV, and NBA Fact Self Research. Big shout outs to all you guys, man. If you guys are not familiar with any of these guys, man, check them out, man. Check them out. Give them a chance. If you're not familiar, hey, you know, man, like I said, just give them a chance. Tell them Skinny sent you. If you like what they're doing. We all come from different perspectives, come from different walks of life, um, different kinds of fans, and sometimes we may not always see eye to eye, but we always stand on the same side, and that's on the truth. Um, so yeah, big shouts to you guys, man. Um, Check the analytics. I didn't see any new subscribers, so the Hoophead Haven is still remains where it remains. um, but definitely big shout outs to all you guys in the Hoophead Haven. Thank you for taking your time out of your Memorial Day. I'm taking a little bit of time out of my Memorial Day to do this. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't going to let, a holiday stop the flow. I just want to at least, let you guys know that the channel's still kicking it. It's still kicking. I just had to just take a quick break. I just had to just take a break because, yeah, like I said, YouTube was just really, really trying my patience. But yeah, we might as well get on to the meat and potatoes of today's video before I get back to the festivities. Man, it seems like Minnesota's on their way out the door, man. They've looked bad. They've looked bad in the clutch. They look bad down the stretch of each and every last one of these games. Dallas is locked in, man. Kyrie, Luka. I mean, seeing Luka trying to play defense is crazy. But yeah, these guys are locked in, man. They're hitting timely shots. They're bringing defensive pressure. I mean, they're forcing Minnesota into dumb plays and dumb shots. They're bullying them down low. I mean, they just control every aspect of the game right now, and I mean that is why they have a commanding 3-0 lead. I mean, there are a few things that I see that definitely needs to change next year for the Minnesota Timberwolves. I say next year because yeah, they're getting swept. If they do win, they'll probably win one, and that's about it. I just don't see it. I just don't think they have enough right now. I don't think they have enough upstairs. Uh, within the mind frame and the thinking part of the game, I don't think they have that down. They're still a little young in a lot of ways, still very immature in a lot of ways. You're still looking at a very immature team, and they play very immature. They play very stupid. You have Ant, who I'm a huge fan of Ant. I've become a huge fan of Ant. But just because I like you, don't mean that I'm not gonna say what it is. Ant is really been coming up short. We always say that, we've all been saying that he gives us glimpses of young Mike, and that's true. He does give you glimpses of young Mike in certain areas, like his attitude, his competitiveness, the simple fact that he's selfless, the simple fact that he will put the onus on himself. When the team is faltering and the team is failing, he will jump out and say, "Hey, it's on me. It's on me." So we give him kudos for that. But just his play throughout the playoffs, hey, a little too much freestyling, a little too much. He gets the ball. I would like to see him initiate the offense a little bit earlier instead of dribbling out the shot clock and then getting to the basket and then kicking it out and somebody has to throw up a desperate three. Yeah, that you gotta chill with that. I would like for him to get into his offense a little bit earlier. Like I said, these are things that he needs to work on next year because, like I said, yeah, season's about over, man. Dallas is on a mission. But and speaking of desperation threes and just threes in general, why is Cat shooting all these threes? You are 6'11". You're damn near 7 foot, if not 7 foot. I don't, you're up there. Why are you shooting 8 threes and missing all 8? Like, am I tripping? Like, why are you shooting all these threes and then you're not even hitting them? Like, after your first couple misses, get down low. Get down low and do your damage in the paint like you're supposed to be doing. You're a big man. Stop. You're like I said, 6'10", 6'11", almost 7 foot, and you're playing like you're 6'3", 6'4". Like that's ridiculous. It's a shame. And then Rudy Gobert just getting abused on both sides of the ball. And it's just like I've been saying, man, this guy is super soft. He's very inconsistent. He's very goofy on the court at times. I think that he's super soft. Yeah, defensive player of the year. Like, y'all need to stop giving that man that trophy. Like, that dude is a sham. He is a fraud. He is a super fraud. And I'm not a fan of his. I'm just not a fan of his. I'm not a fan of his game. I don't see what the hype is. I don't see where all this praise is coming from. It's just like, this dude, yeah, he blocks some shots and everything, but man, it's like when it really gets down to it, this dude comes up small every time. Every time. Speaking of back to coming up small, we gotta come back to Ant. And Ant, it's like we can't really, the only outside of the excuse of him being young and immature, you coming up short, man. Coming up short, and that's why we definitely need to pump the brakes with the over exaggeration of the Jordan comparisons, the young Mike comparisons. Like I said, there are things about his game, like his athleticism. Some of his crazy shots that he's made has been Jordan-esque, and he gets into those modes where he gets hot, just like Jordan. But when I'm hearing people saying that he's like 1988 Jordan, 88, 89 Jordan, and that's why I'm like, whoa, 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 1987, 1988 Jordan, whoa, 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 whoa. Like that Jordan was averaging 37. He was averaging 3 steals. He had, you know what I'm saying, he had over 200 steals and over 100 blocks. You know what I'm saying? He won every trophy known to man that year outside of the NBA championship. He took everything. He damn near took everything else. MVP, defensive player of the year, all-star MVP, slam dunk contest champion, scoring champion, steals champion. It's like, man, the only thing that he did not have was the championship. And that's where we definitely got to slow our roll when it comes to Ant. And when we seen Jordan, young Mike, he wasn't walking off the court without at least dropping 30 on you. You know what I'm saying? It's like dropping 16 and 19 here and there. That's not enough. That's not going to cut it. And if you want to enter in, I know that a lot. Ant does not want the Jordan comparisons, but if you want to be in that realm of being the face of the league and stuff like that, and you want to take on that responsibility, 16 points and 19 points and all that, terrible shooting nights. I know you're gonna have bad nights from here and there, but when it comes to the playoffs, man, you're gonna have to reduce those. Definitely gotta reduce those. Outside of the fact that he's a young player and an immature player, other than that, man, he bears some responsibility as a leader. He has to bear responsibility, and he has. You know what I'm saying? He definitely has. But he's right now he's getting outplayed. He's getting outmatched. I don't know why why they did not initiate the offense through Mike Conley. I just don't understand that. I think Mike Conley is steady. I think that he's smart. He's a heady player. He has a pretty good jump shot. He can get to the cup. He has a pretty good mid-range, can hit the three. He can create, he can dish. I just don't understand. I just didn't understand why Mike Conley wasn't being the initiator of Minnesota's attack. I just don't understand. But like I said, that's something that they're gonna have to deal with next year in the off season, because like I said, this season is a wrap. It's wrap city for Minnesota. If they get one, it'll be, if they get a game, it'll be one, and that's about it. I mean, it's a self check as you can get right about now, man. It's pretty much, you know, Dallas answers every question when it comes to Minnesota, and Minnesota pretty much is getting solved and exposed. So I mean, you gotta keep it real, man. Minnesota is just coming up short. Um, you know, Ant's coming up short. Cat shooting them out of games. Rudy is being Rudy as usual. You know, Conley not being the initiator of the offense. It's just a whole lot of things going wrong with Minnesota in this matchup. And Dallas just came ready to play. They were just ready. They were just ready. Kyrie, Luka, the rest of these guys, they're locked in, man. They're locked in. And when you notice a team that's locked in, you know, they're going to make a run. And right now, Dallas is making their run. Um, you got to give them kudos. You got to give them props. You know, they're answering the call, and Minnesota is not. I thought this was going to be an entertaining series. I mean, the games have been competitive. Can't sit up there and say that they haven't. But when it comes down to the clutch, Dallas just answers the bell every time. And that's pretty much what it is. And the onus falls upon Ant. The onus falls upon Cat. The onus falls upon Rudy. You know, you guys are supposedly the elite. Rudy, you're supposed to be elite defensively. Cat, you're supposed to be an all-star. Ant, you're supposed to be an all-star and a future face of the league. Some people say that you're a young Michael Jordan. I say that you have traits of a young Michael Jordan, but I would not say that you're young Michael Jordan. Although I do like his game, and I'm a huge fan, but just right now he's not doing it. He's not doing it, and we just got to keep it real. We can't, like I said, I've never play favorites. I never play favorites when it comes to my critiques and my observations of what I see from certain players, and why, you know, certain players, you know, they get the smoke. And that's where it leads me into the little bit of straightening that I was talking about. I've been reading in the comments that I've been reading comments, and I've been reading, you know, posts where I'm getting tagged in, and I'm being, you know, it's alleged that I'm being silent on Ant, and I'm not keeping the same energy and all this stuff, and I'm just like, this is ridiculous, you know. It's like I ever since I started this channel, I've always been uh, consistently fair in my assessments. Even LeBron, even though I'm not a huge fan of LeBron, I'm not a fan of LeBron James. Even, you know, if he's done something that, you know, I have to give him, you know, that I have to say, hey man, you know, he did X, Y, and Z, and I can't hate, I can't critique that. He did this, and this. But when he fails, I'm gonna, not only am I gonna, you know, talk about it, I'm gonna give context as to why he's failing. And you know, it's just that, you know, if I'm gonna get called out for something, you know, let me get called out for something that I haven't addressed or I ran from, because I was that's one thing about me. I'm pretty precise when it comes to explaining myself. As far as these type of things, I don't just run my mouth and not explain myself. I always have context, and in any of my critiques, I have context. And I don't just pop off and just say stuff because it sounds cool or it sounds trendy or whatever. I say it because I believe it, and because I believe it is because it's what I'm seeing, it's what I'm watching, and I just got to keep it real. And if it's your favorite player that's getting critiqued, heck, I critique my own favorite player. I have a video, look it up. I am a huge Miami Heat fan. I'm a huge Miami Heat fan. Jimmy Butler is my guy, but I got on Jimmy Butler for his comments and his antics going into the playoffs. That video sucked for me to make, but it had to be said because I feel that what Jimmy was doing was wrong and it was stupid and it was uncalled for. And so I had to, you know, I had to throw the fandom out. I had to throw the fandom out the window. I had to throw the fact that, you know, he's a player that I enjoy watching. I had to throw that out the window. And I had to just be for real. I had to just come with the facts. And the comments in that video were all positive. People were like, "Man, you know, I know it sucked for you to talk about your boy in a critiquing fashion, but we appreciate it." And you know, I definitely appreciate, you know, that sentiment, because it's not easy talking about your favorites. It's not easy to hear that your favorites are failing. It's not easy to hear. It's not easy to hear that your favorite player is not towing the line. It sucks when your favorite player is acting a goofball. It sucks. I mean, it really sucks. But at the same time, though, I'm going to give, you know, my assessment, and you know, I'm not going to say one player gets a pass and one player gets the smoke. No, no, no. Everybody gets the smoke when they deserve it. And when it came to Jokic, because this is where this all stems from, is the Jokic video. Because I had to keep it real. Sports and Fitness Rants kept it real. There are other people that had to keep it real. Because when you are, and I gave plenty of context as to why I had to put the blame on Jokic. Yes, his teammates faltered. Yes, his teammates definitely failed him as a supporting cast. Yes, his head coach was on some goofy, very arrogant stuff going on with him. I know he felt that he was, you know, he was riding the high of being a NBA championship winning coach. And you know, he thought that, hey, he could ride Jokic and Murray and Gordon and the rest of the guys all the way back to the championship. But he miscalculated, and Minnesota got him. And I jumped on that. The simple fact of the matter is, the reason why I gave Jokic the blame was the context in which I presented. And one thing for sure, I don't like repeating myself, but in that video, I distinctly remember saying that the reason why Jokic got the fire is because he was the MVP. He is considered the best player in the world. His team was the higher seed with home court advantage, with a 20-point lead going into the fourth quarter. There was a lot of factors in which, if you're the best player in the world and you have a 20-point lead going into the fourth quarter, you don't squander it. You shut the door. If you're the best player in the world, you shut the door in these situations. When you smell blood, you kill it. You kill whatever's in front of you until it doesn't remain. And that's not what Jokic did. Jokic, for all his gifts, in that moment, during that 21, whatever, the 21-3 or 20, whatever that run that Minnesota went on that night. You know, and it's a game 7, so this is a win or go home situation, and you had the upper hand, and you squandered it. You squandered a opportunity. You know, that you built up, and all you had to do is just finish the job, and Jokic didn't finish the job. And if you're the leader, if you're the so-called best player in the world, you gotta finish. That's why we revere Kobe. He finished. When he smelled blood in the water, he finished. MJ, we revere him. When he smelled blood in the water, he definitely finished. Tim Duncan, he smelled blood in the water, he finished. Hakeem, he finished. Bird, Magic, they finished the deal. Jokic did not finish the deal. And that's just what it is. And that's why, and that is why he got the smoke. And it really wasn't like the smoke that LeBron James gets, because we laugh at him, we ridicule him. I wasn't laughing at Jokic. I like Jokic. And I said that, and I stated that also. But we can't compare and contrast. And we can't sit up here and play favorites. We just can't do that. I come right across the board evenly. If you deserve the blame, you deserve the blame. Because if you're the leader, that means that you are at a higher standard than your teammates. Unfortunately, if you're the superstar, if you're the leader, you are at a higher status and a higher standard than everybody else on your team. So when you win, and like with Jokic won, he got wall-to-wall coverage. He got wall-to-wall coverage. Everybody and their mama was talking about Jokic on TV, in the newspaper, on the internet, at the water cooler. Everybody was talking about Jokic. Jokic got all the props in the world. So when he fails, and fails epically, he's going to have to bear the brunt. Your favorite player, if they fall short, especially if they're supposedly the best at what they do, and they fall short, in a way that definitely gets ridiculed. I could see if Jokic had lost in the game 7 and they went to double overtime, and Jokic had like 45 and 19, and he had 12 assists, and he was just doing everything that he could, and they lost in double overtime. Then you can't give him no prop. I mean, you can't give him no smoke. You gotta give him all the props. You say, hey, he left it all out there, and the better team won. There, Jokic would, you know what I'm saying? Jokic could have the L and still not get the smoke. He would get the props, even with an L. But that's not the scenario that happened. So we can't sit up here and get in our feelings because our favorite players are getting criticized. If that's how you feel, and you have a problem with that over here at the Hoophead Haven, as much as I would hate to lose any of you, because I definitely cherish each and every last one of my subscribers. But if it's too much, and if you're that angry about it, and I would hate for you to go. But if I offend you to the point, to that point, then I'm sorry. I would never want to tell somebody to go. But at the same time, if that's what you want to do, I can't stop you. I hate to see it go, but bye. But yeah, I mean, we all have to. Even MJ caught the smoke. MJ is like, he's the greatest player who ever touched the basketball, and he got the smoke. You just gotta, it's just that you have to separate feelings from facts. You have to separate. You have to leave the feelings out and stare at the facts at hand. If your favorite player fails, and fails in a way that draws the criticism of guys like myself and others, I'm sorry. That's just what it is. But we definitely need to straighten that out. I will never come off of my square. If Ant gets swept, hey, Ant's going to have to face the music. Ant's going to have to face the music. He's facing the music on his way to Cancun right now. They're going to get swept, if not gentleman sweep at best for them. I just don't see them finishing off this series in a positive light. And I've already given Cat and Rudy smoke already. So Ant's going to definitely, he's definitely going to have to answer for his play. He definitely has to. And I'm not going to give him a pass as well. So if that's what you guys were thinking and hoping and calling me out for, I hate to disappoint you. Hate to do that. Hate to disappoint. But yeah, it's not going to happen. Not on this channel. Even players, like I said, players I like, players I definitely respect their games. Hey, if you falter and it draws criticism, hey, you must be criticized. And on that note, we're gonna shut it on down. We're gonna shut it on down. But man, it's a great day to be with family, to be with loved ones. Love on your family, love on your loved ones. Tomorrow is not promised. Enjoy the day, enjoy Memorial Day, and you know, enjoy your family time. You know, if you guys are doing you know, your adult beverages and stuff, please do it in moderation. And if you do, don't get behind the wheel of a car. Please don't do that. You know, drive safe, be safe, think of others on the road, not just of yourself. Be responsible, be respectful. A clear mind and good intentions in your heart will take you a long way. Yeah, all my hoop heads, man, in the Hoop Head Haven, man. Big shout outs to all you guys, man. Enjoy your Memorial Day. Enjoy your Memorial Day, you guys. And with that being said, it's your boy, Skinny Hardaway. And this is another episode of Retro Heat Check in the books. And I just have to leave you with these words. Peace. And wear your sneakers.